So we sent a survey out. We know a bunch of real estate agents. We've been doing this a while. So let's dig right into this,
Yeah.
right? So how about this for a format? We'll go through the question, talk about some of the responses we got and everything, and then how about if you and I kind of throw out there how we deal with that when we're seeing it from coaching the agents
Love
that
that.
we're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's dive in.
yeah. So one of the meaning real estate and what to do and what not to do and the differences, understanding all of that better sooner, because a lot of them said, I really thought I got this,
Yeah.
and until I was in the middle of it, I didn't really realize what I didn't know, right? And so they talked about mentors and they talked about training and they talked about support. I'm kind of bundling all that together, right? And so you and I have talked about mentors before, right? And I don't know that we see mentors exactly the same way, and I'd like to discuss that just a little bit. So. So the mentor part of it, I have people ask me all the time, do you have mentors in the office, right? And I've got people that will help out with all the little pieces of what you do. Here's what I'm most afraid of with mentors, is if I push somebody off to a mentor, right, the things that they learn how to do really well that the mentor does really good, they grab onto that, they love that, they bond with the person, they connect with them, they learn. But the things that the mentor doesn't do well,
They pick up those bad habits
they don't
immediately.
even realize, right? They
That's
don't
a
even know.
bad-
They don't
yeah.
know what they don't know.
Osmosis.
Right. And so, I like having a bunch of different people that agree to help out with a bunch of different parts
Yeah.
that they're really good at and they're passionate about versus one size fits all
Right.
is how I look at that. Now, if you've got the right mentor, that's all the difference in the world. And I know that's the frame that you come from with this is if you got the right person,
Yeah.
they're gonna take you that whole next level.
Right. I mean, I think it takes a really mature and business proven mind to see somebody day in and day out on a mentorship basis and really seek to take the positive. But at the same time, I mean, some of my best life lessons from mentors or people that I considered mentors at that time was picking up on their failures and understanding where those downfalls are and where that would going to lead them in the future. Just because somebody's successful doesn't mean that they have a whole list of troubling issues. But I'll be honest in saying that's why I like one-on-one mentorship programs, is because it is the good and the bad.
Right.
And I like that authentic real life feeling to it. And if you're able to understand and communicate and learn from the good and the bad of that mentor, you're going to be that much better. Because I personally,
I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
I grow more on my failures than I do my successes. And if I'm with a mentor, I'm going to grow more by seeing us fall.
Right.
Than the rise.
So how do we say that whenever we're coaching? So part of the conversation whenever I'm coaching with people is, some people just say, hey, I really want to sit next to somebody. I don't want to go on my first listing appointment. I want to go on 2 of them before. So some of that is personality, right? Some of that is, confidence. Competency breeds confidence, right? So they want to be competent with things before they. So I always have the conversation with them. Your eyes have to be wide open on everything as a whole, right?
Or you'll miss it.
That's right. And I think if people, if they take a step back on a regular basis and look at that, I think that they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't do that.
Yeah.
And if they don't do that, then they end up in a situation because I'm the other end of that. There was habits that I learned that I didn't realize.
Oh, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. And so we picked things up, and the situation I was in, I just kind of trusted that person was doing the right thing in the real estate business. And there was a couple of things that I learned that I had to unlearn. Whenever I started to swim. So, but I think you hit the nail on the head. That helped me grow, and now I have a perspective that I think I can help more people with because I can see both sides of that coin.
Yeah.
And so that's what I try to get across whenever I'm coaching is, if you are working with another coach, if you're working with a mentor, if you're working with me, it's not like I don't make mistakes, and it's not like I don't screw things up.
Yeah.
So go get a different frame of reference. Go pick some other things. Don't just grab onto that one mentor. Don't just grab onto that one person and assume that they just because they're successful, that everything that they do will make you successful.
Right.
And so that was whenever they talked about training, that was a big part of what they talked about. I wish I would have known which training to take.
And that's the thing. So when you get a mentor, I would be really, really careful in who you pick as your mentor, because we know plenty of really successful real estate agents. We're around, success all the time. And what makes one agent successful and how they do their business and what makes another agent successful can be completely
Absolutely.
different. And one of them is not right and one of them is not wrong.
That's right.
But what you need to do when you're looking at a mentor is that mentor needs to fit your personality type and where you're actually comfortable breaking outside of your comfort zone and at the same time comfortable going down that path. So that would be my 2 cents there, because if you're not able to grab a mentor that has your same personality traits or the person that you want to be, then I do think that you are maybe wasting time or setting yourself up for failure, because like I said, so many people do business so many different ways, and there's a million ways to your idea of quote unquote success.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I would absolutely suggest that everybody out there has a training journal that they keep.
Yeah.
Right? Which classes did you take? How'd you like it? What was the main thing that you got? Put it all in a book like this. Go to the class, get your PowerPoints or whatever it is. Go to your coaching session. Go to your mentoring. Get all of what normally they hand out to you. And then go back and condense that into a singular place, right? If it's something that you can't get to and there's not time to get it figured out right now, put a star next to it. Go back and revisit that on a regular basis, but journal your education. There was something. So we're Tammy and I are writing a book on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know that, and so one of the things that happened really early on, had I been paying attention to the education that I had, it would have made a big difference. Tens of thousands of dollars easily.
Yeah, but you were in the trenches.
I was.
Yeah.
And so, if I would have kept a journal, it would have helped keep all of that kind of lined up a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Journaling now, whenever I feel I'm lost in something, I go back and look at my journal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It doesn't allow my now mindset to be negatively impacted by what I've been thinking the whole time. Because if you're journaling stuff, you're seeing it over and over and over. Right?
It becomes like a lifetime playbook almost.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to look back at.
Yeah, I agree.
You came up. You said something that really piques my interest as a subject on the answers that we got back from this, and this is something that we deal with really experienced agents and new agents alike, entrepreneurs. It doesn't matter your walk of life, but this is something that we work with all the time: is confidence.
Yeah.
And where does confidence come from? How are some people able to be confident right out the get-go? So I want to talk a little bit on confidence and how much that will mean in your real estate career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially starting out.
Yeah, a fantastic topic.
Yeah.